Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Emily Rose. I got an idea when I was watching TikToks that I also wanted to make a TikTok, but I also wanted to film it for you. I got an idea. It was like an AI video of NFL high heels, and I thought, you know what I haven't seen, and I'm such a Chiefs fan and everything. I was like, I have never seen a Halloween tutorial but make it like NFL inspired by like the teams and what they represent and their colors and everything. So that is what I'm here to do for you today. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. Okay, so first things first, I washed my face and then just prepped it with any moisturizer. So now we are gonna start off with the base because of course we can't have our base looking like this. And I am just gonna take the NYX Professional Makeup Conceal, Correct, and Contour palette. And I am just going to use the corrector colors and everything to blend in and conceal the skin and make it look as good as I can. So I just done about 2 light layers of that on there, and then I am gonna take a like concealer brush and see, like for the whole like base I actually mixed all of the colors, but for the concealer base I am actually just gonna mix like the yellow, peach, and then the 2 like neutral shades. I am gonna take a little bit of powder, and I'm gonna take the Airspun powder and just powder over the eyelids so we can get started on that part. Okay, so I have like a whole setup, a mashup of different colored palettes, and I literally had to go out and like buy like 5 different palettes just to do these videos because I did not have no colorful palettes. We're gonna get started on our eyes, and as you know, the Kansas City Chiefs colors are white, yellow, red, and black. And let's start on the eyeshadow. Is probably for the most blended areas. I am gonna take, so I have this LA Colors Bright palette, and I'm gonna take the white in there. And I am going to take a ELF eyeshadow C brush. I'm going to take that and I'm going to take it on the brow bone all the way across. And then on the very inner corner. Now I'm going to take the ColourPop X Stranger Things palette, and I'm gonna take this one right here, which is Waffle Thief, and we're gonna add that to the like inner third of the eye. I'm gonna take a fluffy yet a little like dense brush and just blend those colors out. So now I'm going to go back to that LA Colors Bright palette. I'm going to take the red shade right there for the red color of the Chiefs theme. so now I'm gonna go in with the 16 color eyeshadow palette from LA Colors. Smokin' is what it's called. And I am gonna take this shimmery white color and re-add that to where we have the white. And I'm gonna take that on a lip brush actually. And then I'm gonna take a smudge brush and go back into the LA Colors Bright palette, and I'm gonna use that first white to just blend out the edges of the sparkly white that we just put on. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the Profusion Spectrum palette, 10 shade palette, and I am gonna take Marigold, which is the bright yellow, and I'm gonna take that with the lip brush again, and we are just gonna go over the yellow again. And then I'm going to go back in that smudger brush, and I'm going to go back into the ColourPop Stranger Things palette, and I'm going to take Waffle Thief again just to blend the yellow out. Okay, so now I am gonna go ahead and touch up that red. So I'm gonna go into the Profusion Spectrum palette, and I am gonna take Totally, which is almost a little too pink, so I am actually gonna blend it with Ember. Okay, so then I'm gonna go back in with the smudger brush, and I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go back in with the LA Colors Bright palette again, and I am gonna take that first red shade that we used just to blend out the red. So I'm actually going to go back in with the eyeshadow C brush with nothing on it, but I am going to like pat out the colors just to blend them a little more. Okay, and I'm going to take the fluffy brush again and just really kind of blend out the edges. But we're gonna take the white color, the yellow color, and the red colors that we put on our top lid. We're gonna put that kind of like underneath here and smoke it out just a little bit, but we're only gonna go to the outer edge of where the red's at on the top lid. So yeah, so I am gonna do that and then I will be back. Okay, so I did what I did on my top lid is what I done under my lower lash line and smoked it out a little further than what I would probably do if I was wearing this look for like a regular makeup look. But yeah, so now we're gonna do a little bit more blending. So of course, like the chiefs are based on, they're like the arrowheads, they're like based on Indian Native American people, and I want to honor that a little bit. So I kind of looked up some different looks on Pinterest but then otherwise the rest is like my idea. Like I just took inspiration of what like Native American makeup kind of looks like. So yeah, we're gonna get started on that part of this. I'm gonna take a actual like cream Halloween makeup palette, and I'm gonna take this white right here, and I am just gonna base this kind of like where the white is on my inner corners, just kind of like across my nose. So I done that now, and then I'm just gonna take my fingers to like blur out the edges, like up and down, just the very edge of it. Then I'm gonna go into the LA Colors Bright palette again and take that white like we done on our eyes. I'm just gonna take it on my finger and just pat that in where we put the cream makeup. And then now I'm gonna actually take the little, I can't think of what these are called. They're like a little spoolie type sponge head, I guess. SpongeBob sponge head, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm gonna take that and we're actually just gonna like try to blend the white like up and down. Okay, so then I just really blended it out, and then now for like just a little bit, I'm actually going to take that LA Colors Smoky palette. I think that's what's called, Smokin' palette. And I'm gonna take that white down there that has a little bit of shimmer, and I am just gonna pat a little bit of that like right across there. Take this BH Cosmetics like fluffy brush that I took to like blend a little bit of that out. Firstly, I am actually gonna go in with the Profusion Spectrum palette, and I'm just gonna go into Totally, and I'm gonna take these edges and blend them back towards my hairline. Okay, so next up I'm gonna take the shade Amber and just kind of blend that out where we blended Totally out. I'm actually gonna take the ColourPop X Stranger Things. This is a cream blush, and it's in Buyer's Natural Matte Finish, and it's actually black, but it actually goes on so that way it goes with like your pH balance. And then like what I saw on Pinterest is like they have it kind of like down here for like the Native Americans. So we're gonna put some blush just lower down, and I'm gonna use just a foundation brush to apply a little bit of this. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Airspun powder. I'm gonna take like not too much, but I'm gonna take it on the contour brush from Real Techniques. I'm also gonna take this on the lower half of my nose, and then up above in between my brows, and then over my brows just from like where, just not over the white that we done across the nose. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so next step, I'm gonna go back in with the Halloween cream makeup. I'm gonna go in with the black cream paint, and I am just gonna create those. I don't know if you've noticed them, but like when I feel like in Native American like makeup that I look like, there's like lines. So I'm gonna try to create just a small line that goes up and over my nose and across to the other side as good as I can. So let's test this out. Okay, so I feel like I got that as even and probably as good as it's gonna get. So now I'm gonna take the LA Colors Bright palette and I'm gonna go, ooh, I'm gonna go in with that black color and we are just gonna like darken this up with eyeshadow. Yep, that's the plan. And I'm gonna take a flat top liner brush. So there was another one that I saw and it was like 2 little lines on the nose. So I'm gonna create 2 little lines on the nose. So I'm gonna go back into that Halloween cream palette and I'm gonna take the red. I am gonna go in with the LA Colors Bright palette and I'm gonna take that red that's in there and go over top of those lines. I'm gonna take the Halloween cream palette and I'm gonna take the yellow right here. And I'm just gonna create a line from like right in the middle of my brow, just a little above. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Profusion Spectrum palette and I'm gonna go in with Marigold to just go over that line. I'm gonna add some eyeliner and mascara to the eyes and then I will be back for a little bit more of the makeup look and then we should be close to being done. And then I'm gonna take the Halloween cream makeup palette and I'm gonna take this brown down here and put a little bit of that in my brow with a tiny precision liner brush. So now I'm gonna go into the ColourPop X Stranger Things palette again, and I'm gonna go in with the Waffle Thief, and I'm gonna take this big fluffy BH Cosmetics brush, make sure it's clean, and then I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that, and then we're gonna almost like contour with this. Okay, so then now I almost want to contour my cheeks where I did see a lot of the kind of Native American tribe makeup kind of did. So I'm actually gonna take the two shades over here. I'm gonna take D&D and mix it with Demogorgon. We're gonna mix those two because I want it to be kind of a red tone, but then I also don't want it to be like overbearing either. So I'm just gonna take this where my natural cheekbone would be and like follow it down. So now I'm gonna take the Halloween cream palette again. I'm gonna take that yellow and I am gonna put it like in the center because like every single Native American tribal makeup that I did see had this like a line going here. So I'm gonna start like right here at my lip and bring it down to about halfway at my chin. And then I'm gonna take the Profusion Spectrum palette and I am gonna go in with that Marigold and just brighten that up. So I just powdered the rest of the face and then I am also baking in some spots that I wanted to just make it a little bit more like cleaner looking, I guess you would say. So while we're waiting for that to set, I actually kind of took my foundation brush and went over my lips so that way they're not very prominent in its natural color. But anyways, so now we're gonna start this fun lip look that I'm gonna do. And yeah, I'm gonna take the Halloween makeup cream palette, and I am gonna take the black right there with that precision eyeliner brush, and I'm gonna do these on like the very outer corner. I'm gonna put the black. Finished, I am gonna go ahead and go over that with some black eyeshadow. And so I'm actually gonna use this one that's a little bit of sparkly out of the LA Colors Smokin' palette. I'm gonna use that right there just to do that part. Okay, so the next step for the lips is I'm gonna take the ColourPop X Hocus Pocus from a few years ago. I still have the lipstick. I have it in a Sarah. I think it's gorgeous. It is a very dark red, darker than probably what's on my eye, but that's okay. We will make it work. So I am gonna blend this into where the black is and kind of make sure it stops closer to the center of the lips. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Profusion Spectrum palette and I am going to go in and mix Totally and Ember again. And we're going to put that right on top of the lipstick to just make it more vibrant. Space on my last SD card, so I had to go run and grab the other one. But yeah, I just finished that lip and added a little bit from the LA Colors Bright palette, a little bit of that red just to make it a little bit more red. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in to the Halloween cream palette again and take that yellow right there, and we're gonna put this in the center of the lips. Okay, so I'm gonna go into that Marigold again from the Profusion Spectrum palette, and we are gonna layer this on top of that yellow cream. I'm gonna go do some finishing touches, and then I will be back to show you the final look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I think I've done a pretty good job. I actually really love it. It looks really cool. And yeah, I am so glad I did do this. It did take me a long time though to film this video, but I might just continue this series and just do like NFL inspired makeup or something like that. But yeah, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. So yeah, thank you guys so much.